TLC is 11 days away, and it's been a hell of a week last week with Roman Reigns joining ISIS. But let's go into this really quickly because it's interesting to me how people have been so judgmental over the last week. Let's face facts here. In Survivor Series, there was a threat for ISIS. There's an Islamic State group that wanted to destroy Survivor Series and make a next impact in what is the Third World War between the Islamic State and Obama versus the entire world. And let's face it, they needed an insider. Roman Reigns was that inside man. He did what he had to do to win the championship in a disgraceful manner. And we had a hero in Sheamus cash in his Money in the Bank and become the new world champion to represent America in this war against ISIS. But let's, and this is a small little side note, Sheamus did have new side plates to his belt. Last week they didn't have them, I guess they didn't have them made or something in time, which was really weird. They had the regular WWE side plates, which I love. I love that. But, you know, it is what it is. But we had a match on Raw where Roman Reigns, the Islamic State's inside militant, Roman Reigns, had a title match on Raw for the championship against Sheamus in a time limit of 5 minutes and 15 seconds imposed, which was the actual time of his title reign, which is amazing that they actually had that there as a fact. And then he didn't win the match, but we saw the debut of a League of Nations. A League of Nations that has been set forth to destroy ISIS once and for all. We have the champion Sheamus, Rusev, the Mex-American champion Alberto Del Rio, King Barrett, and the New Day for some reason. But with that being said, people need to understand this in perspective. Why I've been saying Roman Reigns is an ISIS militant, which he is. Let's go back in time to all the way in '91 when Sergeant Slaughter, a man of America personified, was Sergeant Slaughter. He was the face of G.I. Joe, for fuck's sake. And then we had him join Saddam Hussein in a time of war in Desert Storm. And he joined the Iraqi forces and became champion, much like Roman Reigns did. But there was a man that was in their way. And hell, let's think about it. There was a triad of terror with Sergeant Slaughter, the Iron Sheik as Colonel Mustafa, and General Adnan, who we have not seen since, unless you're not counting the video games, because he's been in 2 of them so far. But with that being said, actually 3 of them, I think, if you're counting the 30 years of WrestleMania. But I digress. There was a man that destroyed that place, destroyed that triad of terror, and that was the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. I mean, God, we had Horace Hogan destroy the triad of terror. An American icon was the Hulk and was Horace Hogan. And then we had the greatest heel, in my opinion, in the modern era, Muhammad Hassan and Daivari. Arab Americans who was a few years ago after 9/11 were tired of being treated as terrorists or being labeled as a terrorist because they are Muslim or they are Arab American, which was true at the time. It is still true today. And ironically, they were the heels because they were being the faces of everything they said. People didn't like it. But what we had was, and this wasn't even American Badass Taker, but we had The Undertaker be that role of Horace Hogan and destroy the infidel within, and we have never seen him again. Hell, if you want to go to TNA, we even had Daivari, the same Daivari, as Sheikh Abdul Bashir. Excuse me, try saying that 5 times fast. Sheikh Abdul Bashir. And his fucking entrance music was a fucking plane hitting the Twin Towers. So, of course, he was gone from TNA, because even TNA can't mess with that shit. But that leads us to now, and Roman Reigns being the Islamic State's inside man. which was interesting because we had more people join that Islamic State, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But that all boils down to the League of Nations being that hero, being that Hogan, being that Undertaker, being TNA management, because they actually got rid of Bashir and they actually made sense for once. Hooray! But they need to be that hero. They need to be that group, that hero-like group of men and women. You can even bring Lana into this. You could even bring Paige or Becky Lynch into this. You can bring Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, to bring them over as the good guys, as the men of the League of Nations, which obviously makes the decision for this title match very simple. Roman Reigns loses the match. Perhaps maybe he does what Sergeant Slaughter did after SummerSlam and ask for his country back. Make it a good WrestleMania story going to WrestleMania. Why not? But yeah, Roman Reigns is not going to win. This is a TLC match. Especially since this is a TLC match. And Roman Reigns will lose, and America will win. And then we have another ladder match. I think it's another ladder match. The representative, or the liaisons rather, the liaisons of the League of Nations, the New Day, defend their tag team titles against Islamic State members Jimmy and Jey Uso, and total bystanders, the Lucha Dragons. And this is very simple. This story, there was a open challenge, and they both accepted it. And then a couple days ago, they had a number contendership match. New Day disqualified both teams, meaning nobody would get a title match. And but 70 overruled. We have this, and it actually since the ladder match, if it's a ladder match, that means the New Day, there's no disqualification. Whoever's not in the match for the New Day can secure that the League of Nations still control the tag team titles. And finally, a man who is not a part of the Islamic State, but a man who I feel is in a hard position because he is just trying to support his friend. Because we know we have those friends in our lives that are messed up in the head and they just do something terrible, like Roman Reigns joining ISIS. But you support them at the end of the day. And when you support them at the end of the day, it happens. You know, there's messed up things all over the world. Dean Ambrose is nothing more than just supporting his friend, and I have all the respect in the world for that as he faces the Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens, because hell, he put Owens in the League of Nations as well for the Intercontinental Championship. And if you think about it in Survivor Series, he beat Kevin Owens to advance to the finals, so he should get a title shot. As much as I would love to have Ambrose win the title, I doubt it will happen. I honestly doubt it will. Since Roman Reigns won the title, well, not Owens, but Owens won the title and held it for a while. But with that being said, TLC is December 13th, and I don't think this will end at Tribute to the Troops because it will be too obvious to end it at Tribute to the Troops. But the war against ISIS will continue. And at the end of the day, America will win.